Light up the stash like it's gasoline. Boom, boom, like the fourth Uncle Sam and Wing. Lit like a fire on the sandy beach. Ain't no lightweight, does it the right way. Post Malone, I got another but light race. Catch on the
What?
You have me, and I have you. That's enough to paint lonesome black and blue. Yeah, I have you, and you have me. That puts a bow up in the sky that tells the rain to cease. We've had up, and we've had down.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, we are in charge of chickens this morning. So that's what we're doing. We're heading down there. Trying to be quiet because Gage is still up the hill at his post hunting. Got a lot of things on the agenda today. But let's go let the chickens out, guys. All right, the chickens are all taken care of, but it's still too cold to start on the project that we want to start on today. So we're gonna go warm up for a little bit with some coffee, let the sun come up a little more, and then we're gonna get started, guys.
Heck yeah, it's cold.
I think there was even a little bit of like frost on my tripod this morning.
37 degrees.
Ooh, chilly.
Yeah. So after today, we got 2 days of above 45 degrees. We may get to painting the door. We may not. But we're definitely doing some door stuff, yeah?
Heck yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Gotta keep moving forward, guys. Look at this. Walking up there. What a sight to see. That's at the top of the driveway, guys. It's huge. These two knuckleheads. Yeah. Alright, fingers are frozen. See you after a bit. All right, you guys, we are working on the next steps to get this door actually put in that opening. But I wanted to show you guys a couple of things that we have. Here, I'm gonna get you close up. So we picked this door because it's got a decent design. It's like one of their base model designs, so I went with the one that was most appealing to me. This will be on the basement level. All right, so this week when we went to go pick up the paint, we actually forgot a few things, but we did pick up the door handles, so I wanted to show you guys what I picked out to match this door. All right, so there was several door handles there, and one of them, I really liked it, but it was not in the color that I wanted. It was more the functionality that I liked about it But ultimately I went with the color that I wanted instead of the functionality. So I'll explain it to you. So you see how that does not have a lock on it. The other one that I was looking at, I like that design, but ultimately, you guys, I love the color. So we went with the color instead, which is all right because it is still an extremely secure lock. And we will have other measures in place as well, so not too worried about it. Color looks good. So we also picked out some colors. I'm gonna bring you over to the paint can. Maybe you can see it, but if not, you'll have to wait until the door's done. Let's go check it out. I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, so when we get done with all of the attaching the framing with the bolts and everything, then we'll cut additional boards and put some additional bracing all the way around this, right? Trying to keep in mind some of the ideas that we have coming down the chute for the front of this. We'll want something that's a little bit more significant, right, to attach to than just the plywood. So we'll try to factor that stuff in when we add our additional bracing. How about that? I'm gonna try to think it through, guys. But every time I think something, then we do something different. Like we were gonna come out here and paint. And now we're gonna do the door frame and then paint, hopefully.
All right, since we finally got everything that we need to finish up the framing, securing the frame in the door, we're gonna get started. Gotta find our anchor bolts first. Where do you think you put them, babe?
You put them in the concrete.
No, where did you put them when we brought them home?
Oh, I put them on my cart.
All right, so we know where they are. Let's get started for the morning, guys.
That was not so bad. Was going to do the two-step and cowboy grab a sweet home.
All right, got to take it apart to put it back together.
We're about to drill our holes in this steel plate. It's 1/4 inch steel plate. So we got a really good bit. I got the drill on low. I got my WD-40 right there and a water cap. And we're just gonna drill slow, guys, until we poke through there. That way we can get some legitimate fasteners in that header. That way it holds it nice and firm, just in case a tornado ever comes through here. It won't just take my door with it. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep your bit oil, guys. Hey, doll out, it's a $17 bit. Gotta make sure it's on drill too. That one will grab for sure. I'm gonna mark this one. The little star. There it is. Starting to feel a little successful here, guys. Feeling a little successful. Might take a nap. Nah, just kidding. I got this first one drilled. It's just I got so close to the concrete. Now here in the middle, the steel plate has got more flex. But on these corners, there's no flex. So I figured I'd try to get through all the middle ones, and then if I destroy a $17 bid, it'll be trying to get through these ends, which I'll have an anchor bolt here anyway, so. You know what I'm saying? Could be hitting a piece of rebar too. I could be drilling right directly into the bottom edge of a piece of rebar. If that's the case, I'm just not going to put one there, because I have one there, a 1/2 inch anchor bolt. This is like some of that extra stuff, because it's going to be framed on the inside and on the outside, and that really does block it in. This here should find some concrete, guys. Here we go. Oh! Well, we took everything apart that we already put together once. Not everything. But we did have to take the door framing back down. Now that we got it all put up, I was able to mark where I needed to mark. Was able to identify all the areas I felt would need like anchoring. We decided with the header that we would use the tap cons, these big old things too, man. They're like anchor bolts themselves. But I had to remove the header to get to the steel plate to drill it, because I had to drill the steel plate just a little bit bigger so that I could get that concrete bit in there and not get it jammed up. So once we got it all took apart, or marked and then all took apart, guys, we drilled the holes, put it back together with the sill seal on it, or the bug guard, or whatever it's called, the foam stuff. We put that stuff in there, guys, and we fastened it all back down. Drilled the jambs with the hammer drill, guys, and put some of these massive 1/2 inch anchor bolts in there, tighten them suckers down, and now we're Fort Knox, guys. We can store gold in here if we had some. You know what I'm saying? We'll just store our aluminum foil in here for now, because that's what we got. Know what I mean? Anyways, we're back and forth, guys, on whether to install the door and then paint, or paint and then install the door. It's like one or the other. We're going to damage it if we damage it after we paint it. So in that sense, it does make more sense to install the door. Maybe prime it all in place and then maybe take the door off. I don't know. But we're likely to damage the paint installing the door for its first time if it's freshly coated. The nice thing is it's like most front doors. like they open inwards, which means we can plastic off out here. There won't be a whole lot of painting out here, right? I mean, there will be a little bit, but not a whole lot. But we could put up a couple of ladders, cover it up with some plastic, guys, and plug in a little heater right here if it's going to drop down below temperatures. The biggest thing was we needed to get the wood back fastened in securely, and now we can do whatever we decide we're going to do. Install the door, then paint it, install the door, probably install the door, because it's going to make us feel better that there's a door there. You know what I mean? Then we're just going to be struggling on how to get the cord there. Power time, baby. Power time. Anyways, that's where we're at. We've been working all morning at this. It's a lot more work than it looks, or like even more than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to take a break for a little bit, man, and we're going to come back out and figure it out. What do you think of that? Sound like a plan? What if my name was Stan? I'd be the man. Be able to get back in here. So, in order to be able to get back in here, I'm going to have to, I want to see how it fits. Gotta get out.
All right, you guys, so here is the moment we've been waiting for on this project. It's been quite a bit of work trying to figure out what we wanted to do with this, just because side lights kind of became just out of the question for now. So we're going to do some really cool work around the front. Good?
That's a dry fit right there. I'm going to take it right back out. You see my problem? Look at how far off we are on the right hand side compared to the left hand side. Yeah.
So you have to shim it up on that side, or is that?
I mean, it really doesn't matter what I do. It's gonna be, I'm gonna be upset. Cause look at that, man. Come on.
All right, so we knew there was going to be some issues with the door, but there's a massive gap underneath the one side. I don't know. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do with that.
Like so? Tip it out to you more.
How's that?
Stop and turn and pull.
Got it?
Yeah. When we bring this in, I want to set it on, we'll set it on this side, right? And lean it into the wall. Does that make sense? We're going to tip it down. Okay. Yeah. All right. Ready? Mm-hmm. Do it crooked, okay? Go. Oh. The door's got to slide over, not twist over. It's got to, there you go.
All right, so we found a small metal piece on the bottom that was keeping it from being leveler than what it was. So we're trying to see if that kind of resolves some of the issues here. Marcel's trying to figure it out, but we'll see you guys. Gage's doing a great job holding the door in place. Marcel's climbing through the window.
You know what I mean? gonna get worse. Pretty bad, huh?
Yeah.
How far off that crap is, man. I'm so unbelievably disappointed again. You can't, how do you even be okay with this? I mean, other than the fact that there's really nothing I can do except for, I mean, we could grind the concrete way down until we hit flush. Self-leveling concrete or something. Build that up. That's how far off it is. All right, guys, so we dry fit our door, and we are, I'm glad we dry fit it and didn't just run with, you know, the installation instructions, because the concrete is off quite a bit, and just between the little door span here, it's like 3/16 of an inch. Okay, so in 3 foot, it's 3/16 of an inch. Which means in order to plumb and level this thing up, one side will be touching the slab and the other side will be 3/16 off of the slab. That presents a pretty big leak problem. And we could caulk it and stuff, but this stuff does have flex. And if it's not sitting firmly on the concrete, then it can like compromise the silicone, because the silicone dries and then it'll break. And then water can get through there. So we at least know it fits in the hole, guys. We like the style, yeah. We got the color and everything. We can get it painted, all that stuff. In the meantime, I've got to process the saga of the concrete saga. We're gonna have to process all this information, guys, and figure out a solution. So if you guys got any recommendations, give us a holler down there in the comments below, man, because in my mind, I'm going to float 3/16 to nothing. I do have a product that can do it, but is that a good idea? I don't know. Should I just shim it? I don't know. What do you guys think? And in the meantime, I'm going to check it out on the computer and see what I can figure out, because I know that I'm not the only person that's ever ran into this problem. You know what I'm saying? But look, guys, we got a door. And I'm also the first person to break in. And the last person. If you know what I'm saying. Keep it on the level.
You need a mow.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
What are we doing, babe?
We're about to see what kind of damage you get when you leave potatoes in the ground for a really long time. Ready to do this?
Yeah. Marcel, Gage, and I are down here in the garden, and we're about to dig up these sweet potatoes that we planted. So these were a gift from some of our friends, and I repotted them by growing my own slips this year. So let's see what we got, guys.
I'm trying to be careful.
So you're not cutting into them like that?
Yeah. But it's also a disappointment. Look at that.
It's kind of going to be hard to find, I think.
See, that's why you don't do a show like that.
So they are going deep. Okay. So here is the end result of our planting. It's not as fruitful as last year was, for sure. So next year, maybe a new method.
Let's drop this window.
All right, you guys, we're gonna wrap it up for the night. Gage is getting tired of holding the door.
Yeah, it wasn't a window, guys. It was a door. We're gonna drop it while you say goodnight, baby cakes. I'll come back and say goodnight in just a second. Ready?
All right, so now that we know that we're up against some issues with the door, we'll have to ponder it. So if you do have any suggestions, be sure to let us know in the comment section below. We really appreciate when you guys do that for us, because sometimes you just don't think outside of the box when you're used to solving problems a certain way. So each person has resolved issues their own way. So if you guys know something that we could do, we do know we could float it with some more thin set or whatever. We know we could put something there like thin set or something like that. But if you have any other suggestions, let us know. Other than that, you guys, we got dinner going. I'm going to be working on some things tonight, but we always appreciate you tagging along with us. So if you enjoy our content, please be sure to give us a big thumbs up.
Or a regular one, guys, because that's what we all got. You know what I mean? You would look goofy if you had a big old weird thumb. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're goofy, but it would look goofy.
Right. Ring that notification bell, you guys.
It's a good idea, because then you'll know. Like, you'll be the first ones to know when we got a video up.
Be sure to share our videos.
That's what I do, guys, every single time. I brag about it, and I tell you how, because you're watching it right now. And then we figure out another place to put it, we will.
Subscribe if you have not already.
That's a good idea. You know, the dogs are running around. The concrete's still what it is. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and get our subscription put in. You know what I mean? Because we all need a prescription of It's All Grady.
All right, you guys. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.
Good night.
We got a door in there. Sweet.